California, prepare for a night of mayhem as we bring you the Winter Freeze 100. Running an enduro-style format figure 8 race tonight, it's sure to bring action at every second, and you won't miss a thing tonight here at V-Speed. My name is Scott Shive, and I am joined by Jeremy Briggs and our executive producer, DJ Lyon. Well, here we are tonight at Irwindale Speedway, but we're not running the inner track, we're not running the outer track, we're running the figure 8 and the SK Modifieds for a night of figure 8 style racing. Jeremy, we were talking about it before. We have never seen, neither of us have ever gotten the pleasure of calling any race like this before, but as you know, Irwindale just recently closed down. A lot of us racing fans are so distraught, but if you look at this Google Earth right here, you can see right in the middle there's an X formation. That is what we will be running tonight, that figure 8 style. This is known for a lot of mayhem, and a lot of people run it at dirt tracks and derbies where you don't care about destroying your car. But one thing tonight, Jeremy, damage is turned off.
Good evening, Scott. Pleasure to be here. This is definitely going to be exciting to see. Figure 8, like you said, this is something we've never been a part of, and these drivers are going to put on one heck of a show. A lot of money up for grabs, especially for drivers not to get in incidences. So we'll have to see how these drivers manage their race to try to get as least amount of incident points as they can, but also get the least amount of points they can to try to finish up towards the front.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different prize opportunities here tonight. $10 will go to each stage winner, and so the overall points winner will also win $50. So that point style will be done in the style of the, what is it called? The I'm losing my words here. I'm gonna look for it real quick. It's the Grand Showdown, and so we're going to do it as if you finish first, you get 1 point. You finish second, you get 2 points. You finish third, you get 3 points, and so on. Driver that finishes with the least amount of points will be that overall points winner, and we'll get that $50. So that's Triple Crown style, and so it's going to be real easy for us to keep up with. We'll keep you updated that as long as we go on tonight. We've also got some other prize things from DJ, and I'm going to get those for you real quick because he got some awesome prize money, but a lot of things to win as we see drivers out on track. And so Jake Grout currently leading this practice, and the 05 of Hunter Morgan and Aaron Raymond out here on track. Lap time not as important tonight, Jeremy. It's more about missing the middle as you see someone there getting a tag.
Yes, that is going to be the name of the game, and a lot of these drivers we were talking to earlier in the evening were talking about how it's hard to see out of the perspective of these types of style of cars being SK'd. You can just see how close it is, and it's really hard for them to see either to the right or to the left, mostly to the left where that window net is, and that can lead to some mayhem. But we maybe even see some of these drivers stopping to avoid contact through the X. We'll have to see how it plays out. We're getting ready to do some qualifying. We'll see who can put themselves in the best starting position for this first heat.
Yeah, this might be the only time that the laps are most important. Like you said, we'll continue to talk about this figure 8 style of racing as we get these drivers out here on track, getting ready to go. Right now, we've got Damon Henry out there looking to make some time, pulling out onto the racetrack. And again, got these drivers. He's in the 777 tonight on that vehicle, that purple machine. Love these SK Modifieds. I've gotten to do the Modifieds here recently on another series that I get to do, but these Modifieds are so much fun to drive. Such big tires, so much grip out here in these cars. You see Jeremy, oh man, just getting loose right there, lifted up the back left tire, back right tire, and it's gonna have to set it up and go for another lap. Even qualifying can be a difficult, Jeremy.
I believe one of the things these drivers are going to struggle with these cars in particular here tonight is those right-handed turns. These cars are just not meant to turn to the right. I'm sure the setup is maybe tweaked a little bit to try to help them, but you can see drivers really struggling through that right-hand turn, which I believe is going to be our turns 1 and 2. Excuse me, 3 and 4. Kyle
Adams. Yeah, that'll be our 3 and 4. So you see Kyle Adams peeling back to the pit lane. Right now, Kyle Adams out there in third place with an 18.9. or an 18.5 being his fastest. Right now, Aaron Raymond goes to the top of the charts. We see out here the 54 of Kenny Storkson looking out to make his laps here, going through turns 3 and 4. That's the start-finish line right there, right entering turns 1, now into 2. They make a hard left here, want to avoid those cones. Looking here at Jace Hale, he starts over the finish line right there. We got most of our drivers out here completing their laps. Jace Hale coming up in the 11th position. But right now it's Aaron Raymond on the top of the charts, then Corey Body, and Octavio Rondoletto rounding out your top 3 as of now as we come to the end of qualifying, only looking for one more lap from Hunter Morgan.
Qualifying is rounding up very, very quickly, and like you said, excuse me, 1 second.
Oh, you're okay. Well, Jeremy is a little bit under the weather tonight, so he's going to be joining us along here tonight. Glad to have him here. So I had to make sure that he stays safe, stay healthy. It is cold out there, folks. Go ahead and make sure that you are keeping away from that cold because it is nasty at this time of the year. Love this view. This is I'm just so excited, Jeremy. I'm not gonna lie. This is what I'm excited. Hunter Morgan obviously riding the boards up in 1 and 2. He was up on the side. There's so many things that I've never seen here tonight, Jeremy, that I think will be the things I see for the first time here tonight. Hunter Morgan goes 5th in that 05 with an 18.8. We're gonna go to the national anthem. We'll send you trackside. Drivers getting into each other on the pace laps. We've had mayhem before we've even started the race. Drivers trying to get together, trying to get here in their single file lines or double file lines. Again, Tanner Berge took the top of the charts. We had a little bit of an invert, so the entire field actually inverted. So Aaron Raymond, who was the fastest in qualifying, is all the way to the back. Corey Body and Octavio Rondoletto all in the back. So Tanner Berge will start up front, and Anthony Yankillo here will start, I would say, on the inside, but technically it's the inside now, but when he goes through this, it's about to be the outside. So he starts on the right side of this track in that 79 machine. This is going to be interesting. That's all I can really say at this point, Jeremy, as we see the pace car pull off of pit road. It's all in the hands of Tanner Berge in that number 14 machine. And right there on his car, it says it's the 35, so we will go by the numbers on those cars themselves. So 50 laps of mayhem ahead. We've got 100 total tonight. Again, 2 stages. It'll be 50 laps. We'll have a break and then another 50 laps. And again, the winner of this stage will get that $10 bonus. And these drivers want to avoid incidents at all points possible. The green flag is out here at Irwindale for the Winter Freeze 100.
Watching these drivers go through this X the first time. Obviously, the field all right here bunched up. No worries about getting hit from anywhere yet, but as these laps wind down, oh, we've already got trouble here.
Anthony Yankillo, Jace Hale, 2 cars have gone around. Another in the middle of the X, boom! Car in the air, it's the 70 of Aaron Smith. He's up and around and near the pit lane. Again, damage is off, so once you get your car going straight, you can get going. This is chaos, we're almost 3 wide. The 77.7 is around. Cars up and over in the wall, but we continue on. Remember, no cautions here tonight. That's Jake Grout, Kyle Adams and others. Anthony Yankillo having a problem right there. Meanwhile, drivers going through the X, the 70 of Aaron Smith having a problem getting it. Boom!
Here we go. The X is getting busy here. Just about 3 laps into this race. Here we go. Let's take a look at some of these replays already. Heavy contact with drivers all over the place because we got cars up against the wall here. Man, the chaos has ensued.
Yeah, that was the 48 of Octavio Rondoletto having a problem there with Jake Grout and Kyle Adams. We look along with Rondoletto right now, currently running in the 12th position, so had a problem getting back on track after that incident. Again, it's easy to see, boom, Rondoletto out there having a huge hit, so he's gonna go back even further to the back, but again, no damage, you keep on going. It is really hard to avoid incident here tonight. Another car, Anthony Yankello gets a smash.
Right now we got Eddie Garcia in the lead. Nope, we got Aaron Raymond back in the lead now. He started on the tail end of the field and found himself all the way up in the lead, holding on as we look at the replay.
Aaron Raymond was all the way at the back, now he's all the way at the front. But look here at Anthony Yankello in that 79 machine. Around the cars, smoke, tire smoke everywhere out here on track. Yankello's gonna come through here and have an absolute pummel right in the middle. Boom! I feel like I'm gonna be saying that word a lot tonight because that's all I can think to describe some of these incidents. But right now it's Aaron Raymond out front, then Eddie Garcia and Kyle Adams up in the 3rd position. We look along here with that 6 of Aaron Raymond trying to avoid disaster here tonight. We said there was gonna be mayhem, and well, I think we've already lived up to it within the first 10 laps of this race. Oh, Aaron Raymond has the problem. The 70 of Aaron Smith, almost one lap down already. Now he goes a lap down behind the leader of Aaron Smith. Already half our field is a lap down, Jeremy.
Man, there is chaos everywhere, but even if you're a lap down, you got to stay with it because it is 50 laps, and something could happen to the leader that could put you in a position to get maybe a lap or 2 back because we got a car upside down through the X.
Oh my goodness, cars upside down behind Aaron Smith. There's people all over the place. If you get upside down like that, well, first you gotta hope maybe someone might hit you, but if not, you're gonna have to go to the pit lane, and that's gonna be a while. You're gonna go maybe 2, almost 3 laps down. Boom, car's gonna try to flip over Kyle Adams, but they are unsuccessful. That was Jake Sylvia trying to give a helping hand to that 24. He's gonna try to continue to give that helping hand, but nothing doing at the moment. Oh, he finally got him, but now that was the move that sent him over.
Aaron Raymond
wasn't quite able to ride him.
So our leader, Aaron Raymond, now back a couple positions after getting in a wreck. Eddie Garcia back in the lead.
Eddie Garcia led about 3 laps here tonight so far in that 89 blue SK modified. Comes here through the X, avoids calamity at least for another go. I ran a few laps before this, Jeremy, and man, I cannot tell you the anxiety I had every time I was trying to gun it through this X right here, trying to avoid other cars. And man, these drivers have to keep their composure here for the rest of these 35 laps because at any moment you could be taken out, as we see Eddie Garcia still continuing to run excellent laps right here behind him. Anthony Yankello, the car in second right here. The 6 of Aaron Raymond continues to fall back through this field. He is back, and meanwhile Yankello gets a big hit.
Field and a weird string out right here. It actually is producing some really good passes on the track for like racing purposes, and we're almost 3 wide going through these turns through the X. This is some great racing now. We got strung out. Oh, what a hit.
Goodness, the 777 comes through of Damon Henry and cleans out 2 of those drivers. It's so hard to keep up with what is happening. That was your leader of Garcia. Look along here with the 05 of Hunter Morgan to see all of this calamity that is going on. Morgan comes through the X right here, clean through there. This is turns 3 and 4. Right-hander, like you said, Jeremy, hard for these cars to turn the right-hander. You can see him right there clipping the apron, and then that was an early leader of Aaron Raymond. Well, he's going to go even farther back now. He's in 8th, 2 laps down.
Looking at our running order right now, Eddie Garcia is our leader. Oh, Aaron Smith wasn't second, just got caught up in the X. Oh, puts himself in the lead as Eddie Garcia, I believe, is involved as well. Aaron Smith, the number 70 yellow car, is now our leader.
Yeah, Eddie Garcia back now 8 seconds from that of Aaron Smith. So Aaron Smith earlier in the 70, we saw him almost flipped over, and now he's in the lead, hits the brakes there, now getting hit by the 48 of Octavio Rondoletto. We're going to take another look back. This is now your leader of Aaron Smith. He's still your leader now, but has a big hit there with the 48. The 48 was not happy about that. Came back for a little bit of revenge.
Drivers getting heated. As you can see, looks like Aaron Smith was trying to wait it to the X, and all of a sudden you'll see a car is wrecking right around him. Just like that, as the 48 of Octavio goes over his front end, and you can see him trying to route that 48 back on all four wheels. Unfortunately, not working out.
Yeah, that 70 of Aaron Smith, definitely unhappy with that 48 of Octavio Rondoletto. But that 70 of Aaron Smith, that bright yellow SK modified, is the driver out front right now. Then it's the 79 of Anthony Yankello, then the 44 of Corey Body. Looking along here with that 24 of Kyle Adams. Kyle Adams currently sitting in 7th. He's 3 laps down, but like we said, Jeremy, that can change at any moment. He's racing right now with Jake Sylvia. He would be, but Jake Sylvia's 3 more laps down, 6 laps down total.
Anything can happen.
Man.
Aaron Smith actually doing some great, I would say, defensive driving. He's kind of just putt-putting around the track. Oh, and it did not work out that time.
The minute you say it, there goes the 70 of Aaron Smith. He's still in front. Has some time from Anthony Yankello. But look at this right here. This is still Kyle Adams. He's going to come around here very soon. There's going to be a car. Him and Jake Sylvia are going to battle right here. But there's a car that will shoot the gap the second time they cross the X. And this is going to be an amazing shot here. This is the next time by. Watching them cross into 3 and 4. Now, again, these cars unnaturally turning right. But watch this from the rear cam of Kyle Adams. Right here, a car is going to shoot the gap between them. And it's going to be so cool. That was in slow motion. That was one of the coolest things. That was a car shooting the gap in between those two machines. Right now, out front, it's still Aaron Smith, Anthony Yankello, and Corey Body. So those 3 have kind of solidified themselves up front. Now, I say solidified as an extremely, extremely loose term because anything could happen at any moment. This is that 44 of Corey Body that we just saw shoot that gap right behind that of Kyle Adams. And man, it is all about threading that needle tonight.
Going back real quick to that Kyle Adams machine, you saw Star Wars on it. There is an award tonight for $25 for whoever provides the best Star Wars paint scheme, and we'll have to keep an eye on that and see who has got one of those out there. As we see here that 24 with Star Wars paint scheme right there, looking good.
Yeah, Kyle Adams definitely has a good one. We'll give you an update. We're completed here now halfway through this first stage. And right now, it's still Aaron Smith, like you said, playing some defensive driving. Oh my goodness, just had a great move through him as cars continue to go around. This is that 24 of Adams, and more big contact with other drivers out there just trying to right himself and keep on going. I mean, it is all about when you get involved in an incident, finding a way to continue to go on, Jeremy.
Oh, another big incident there in front of Aaron Smith. He's, like I said, just putting around, doing a great job. It's working out so far. And man, trying to see over that air cooler too has got to be such a struggle when you're looking out these windshields. And these drivers are honestly putting in quite an entertaining show. For as silly as it sounds at first, it actually is working out quite well. And one thing I found interesting is with the damage off, iRacing still kind of glitches and shows damage for a second because iRacing itself doesn't even know how to not show damage with an event like this.
Yeah, it has to somehow fix itself. You see the 48 there of Octavio Rondoletto going around doing a 360 and continuing on. Rondoletto currently in 11th, 5 laps down. This is the 35 of Tanner Berge. Right now, currently sitting 8th in 5 laps down. Aaron Smith continues to lead out front. He has really figured out this style of racing, been able to brake before cars are coming through and heave his way through this dramatic drama. As we see the 6th there of Aaron Smith having, or excuse me, not Aaron Smith, that was Aaron Raymond having some more issues. But again, this is Tanner Berge, Anthony Yankello crossing side by side through the X here through 1 and 2. Now Berge gets loose, almost taps the back there of Yankello. And oh, they're gonna make big contact with the 6th of Aaron Raymond.
Aaron Raymond just cannot catch a break tonight. I feel like he's been kind of on the losing end of quite a few things. He went from the back to the front and then just kind of all heck's broken loose for him, unfortunately. Is Aaron Smith, the only driver, as we speak about him, he was the only driver on the lead lap. He's going to continue backwards, try to keep up his pace and not lose the lead to Corey Body, who just got him, Bodie, who just got himself back on the lead as a number 70 continues backwards.
Yeah, Corey Bodie right there now still trying to, Aaron Smith is driving backwards right now. He is driving backwards, trying not to lose time. I don't know if he's losing time in and of itself, but now he tries to flip it around and continue going straight. He's still in first right now, even going backwards. Corey Body is the next closest car behind. Besides Corey Body and Aaron Smith, everyone else is at least 2 laps down. This is that replay of Aaron Smith going backwards, trying not to lose time, and man, that is a talent.
If we end up seeing the end of this replay where he whips it around, he almost flips himself over doing it. Almost backfired right there.
Oh man, yeah.
Wheels, man, it almost made the situation worse than it was to begin with.
Those left sides caught grip, almost flipped over, but again, even after all of that, getting spun around, going backwards, righting himself, he's still in the lead. He's just found a way. As we look here at the over of the X, boom, cars continue to smash into each other in the middle. I mean, at every moment, oh my gosh, Aaron Smith flying through the air. Jeremy, we have a joke here about the MRL Space Force. Well, this is the hub of communication for the MRL Space Force. Everyone here wants to be astronauts tonight. Well, might not want to be astronauts, but they're getting to be astronauts. Now Aaron Smith going for a little bit of a spin as he crosses through here, the X again. And man, but still, Aaron Smith has figured it out for the most part. He has avoided the most incidents tonight. I wonder who has the most incidents right now. I would love to know. I bet you it's over 50.
It's got to be high, that is for sure. These drivers are making a lot of contact with each other. We'll have to get a look at that tally here at the end of this race. Speaking of the end of this race, it is nearing by. We'll be coming to 10 laps to go here very shortly for the Aaron Smith machine, who's done a great job. Now finds himself 2 laps ahead of the rest of the field.
Yeah, Corey Body was the next car closest to Aaron Smith, but has found himself with some issues. Here, this is the 24 of Kyle Adams in that Star Wars paint scheme. You see cars right there cutting those cones. You really can do that on those right-handers. The iRacing will not give you a slowdown penalty, but here in these left-handers, you have to stay on the outside of those cones or else it will give you a slowdown penalty. But again, right here in the right-handers, you can cut it as far into those cones as you want. And so right here, a lot of cars in line as Kyle Adams continues to fight with that 89. Oh, big hit there from the 89 coming into turn number 2 on the exit of 2 through the X here into turn 3. Kyle Adams just trying to race cleanly as he can. Continuing back here, Adams is in 9th place right now. The 89 Garcia is 2 laps ahead, up in 5th place. This is that leader of Aaron Smith in that 70 machine. Again, 2 laps ahead of the rest of the field. Behind him is Hunter Morgan. He is 2 laps down. Then it's Corey Body, Anthony Yankello 3 laps down. Everyone else 4 or more laps down.
Winding through these last few laps, wonder if any of these drivers are going to take some notes from the Aaron Smith camp, as he does a great job navigating this whole race, leading a lot of laps here tonight, trying to secure himself the heat number 1 win. But with that said, there will be an invert when we get to the next heat, so I believe he'll be starting towards the rear. If he does end up winning this race with still a few laps to go, anything can happen.
I mean, I think the statement, anything can happen, is an understatement in itself. But Aaron Smith has figured it out. Got to wonder if any drivers out there will take from his playbook in this second stage. 5 laps to go in this first stage. Again, the winner of this stage, massive contact. You'll see the springs fly everywhere. The winner of this stage, currently Aaron Smith right now, but again, we've still got 4 laps to go, will win $10. And if he, again, Triple Crown point styles, wherever you finish in this race will be the amount of points that you surmount. We'll add up those 2 totals at the end of the night to see our overall points winner. But Aaron Smith right here still on the top of the charts.
Absolutely love the way you use great words like the word surmount. I would have never thought of using a word like that in a figure 8. So you did a great job plugging that in.
Thank you.
Smith continues to lead the way.
Well, I try to have a nice vocabulary. I went to school or whatever, did a few things. I may be a comms major and learn some more English.
I'm going to take some. I'm definitely going to take some notes from your book tonight.
Well, I appreciate that, Jeremy. Right here, Aaron Smith moving Jake Sylvia out of the way. Smith trying to get these laps as he threads the needle in between the X. I can't imagine how many times that has been done by drivers tonight. Looks out the left sides, keeps it clean. We cross over. This is the white flag. One more lap for Aaron Smith in that 70 car. No challenge behind. Hunter Morgan, the next car back, is 2 laps down. He rounds his way through 3 and 4 one more time. Takes the right-hander, has to make it through the X one final time, but Aaron Smith will win the first stage here at Irwindale. As cars continue to round out their final laps, we still manage to see chaos. Kyle Adams trying to right himself, isn't able to, spins out. Aaron Smith, everyone now piling in on their last lap as fast as they can. Wow. Wow is an understate, Jeremy, for everything that we just saw. And guess what? We're gonna see it all again. That was only halfway.
And that was a really great start, and hopefully everybody takes some notes from the Aaron Smith machine, and maybe they can have a better finish as well. We'll have to take a look at our results.
Yes, let's do it. We're gonna have a quick set of results. Aaron Smith will win that first stage. Hunter Morgan comes home second. Then it's Corey Bodie rounding out those top 3. It's Damon Henry, Tanner Berge rounding out your top 5. Then it's Anthony Yankello, Kyle Adams, Kenny Storkson, Eddie Garcia, and Jace Hale with your top 10.
Just outside the top 10 there, he had Octavio there in 11th, Aaron Raymond in 12th, who went from the back to the front there early on. Jake Silva finished in 13th, and 14th went to Jake Grout.
Well, Jake Grout will finish last. We're going to take a quick break to you after this first stage. We'll get back to you with more action here at V-Speed. We'll see you back in just a moment.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Well, welcome back to the virtual Irwindale. You just saw those first 50 laps of mayhem, and guess what? We've got 50 more. Drivers are in their last few minutes of practice here for this second segment. And man, Jeremy, real quickly, just give me your thoughts on that first 50 laps.
Well, getting our feet wet for the first time in a figure eight race, it actually was a lot more fun to talk about than I was honestly expecting. I'm going to say these drivers did a great job racing, and it was really exciting to kind of follow the Aaron Smith time, I guess you could say story, because he did a great job managing his race, and we'll have to see if all of these drivers are going to pick up from that book and try to put that in their back pocket, and we'll see who comes out on top for this race as we're getting ready to go racing.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go racing. Again, we will remind you $10 to the driver of Aaron Smith in that 70 car as he won the first heat race there. It's the first 50 laps there, the first stage. But again, now drivers that everyone has finished, they have the amount of points in the place they finished. And you want to finish with the least amount of points here tonight because, again, the overall points winner in this night will win $50. And so right now, Aaron Smith has the leg up on everyone else, but a lot of drivers that will still be in the hunt here in this second 50 laps will be that of Hunter Morgan, Corey Body, Damon Henry, Tanner Berge, Anthony Ankello, even Kyle Adams back there in seventh. They all have a big opportunity. If they get a good finish here in this second stage, it could be that overall points winner. We're just going to have to see how that will play out here in this second segment. We won't have any qualifying. We're just getting ready for those 50 laps. Jake Sylvia will start up front for this. It's an inverted field. So Jake Sylvia did not have the greatest outing in that first segment. And so he will start out on the front. It's decided inside and outside lane. That is how this was decided. As we see Corey Body backing up to the rear of this field. Kyle Adams trying to get everyone aligned in their correct grid spots where they need to be. Again, we will invert from the last race, so that will mean that Jake Grout and Jake Sylvia will start on your front row.
And put something in our back pocket. That's one thing that those two Jakes are going to need is starting up front. They both have 13 and 14 points respectively. And with this style of points, you want the least amount of points. So this next race, the only hope you have is getting 1 point, and hopefully that'll keep you in the chance for maybe getting that crown jewel to finish. But a big hill for them to climb, and they're going to need a lot of luck, and maybe they learn something from Aaron Smith to hopefully keep themselves in it.
Yeah, anyone that finished outside of the top 10 in the last race, so that will be your first 5 starters here tonight. It is slim pickings for if they could win this $50 tonight, these overall points, but it is still possible. Again, we saw everyone except the leader there finish 2 or more laps down. So you never know as we continue to get this field all fixed. Aaron Raymond started at the back last time. He worked himself all the way up to the front, and then calamity ensued, and he finished back there in 12th in that first stage. So we'll start third here in this race. In the left lane, again, I'd say inside or outside, but it switches every time you go one of the 2 directions. But again, that will be the 49 of Jake Grout on your pole position. Jake Sylvia to his outside. Then it's Aaron Raymond and Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith got punted to the back. So my charts are all messed up here, but the pace car looking to go off of pit road right here. We'll have 1 lap to go before this second segment of 50 laps. And Jeremy, what do you expect?
That's a good question. I don't know what to expect. We'll see what the drivers decide to put in our hands for a good show. We'll see who comes out on top.
We'll just have to see who all comes out on top in this second stage for this second 50 laps. Here we go, getting ready. Green flag is out for Jake Grout and Jake Sylvia up front. Grout goes way high. It's 3 wide for the lead already. Aaron Raymond holds it, but it's Jake Sylvia now on the inside into turns 3 and 4. Almost 3 wide again there with Kyle Adams now placing himself in the third. No calamity yet. All cars still going the right direction. Aaron Raymond battling back to the inside of Jake Sylvia right here. Sylvia has to slam on the brakes. Big block from Raymond. Side by side back for this of fourth. Jake Grout, Tanner Berge beside each other. They all sorted out. It's Kyle Adams, Jake Grout, Tanner Berge in your top 5. First car goes through the X there. We might start to see calamity now. Yes, I see tire smoke in the back.
Wow. Here we go again. Oh my goodness. What a great shot here from our producer. Awesome angles on this figure 8 track that we no longer have, unfortunately. Oh, we got one almost up and over.
Jake Grout, Corey Body, Tanner Berge, the 70 of Aaron Smith. Lots of drivers involved in calamity. That helped out that of the 89 of Eddie Garcia. We'll take a look back here. This is Tanner Berge on the inside of Corey Body. Body checks up. They're able to make it through. Berge and Body go through here in turn 3, too wide. Then here into turn 4, Berge doesn't quite have it. Spinner of Grout in front of them, and they both get collected. 9 of Jace Hale also gets himself involved. So right now it's Aaron Raymond out front, then Kyle Adams, Hunter Morgan, Octavio Rondoletto, and Corey Body. This is one of those shots Aaron Raymond gave it to Jake Sylvia. Sylvia already 1 lap down in 14th, so had 14 points or 13 points last race. Right now, if he finishes where he was, he'd have another 13 points. Definitely not the overall points winner.
Definitely not how you wanted to start this race, already being a lap down. Aaron Raymond, though, he finished, I believe, 12th in the last race. Also put 13 points overall. And our last race winner, Aaron Smith, currently running 5th. That put up 6 points overall. So right now, Aaron Smith are now up to 4th, doing pretty good.
Yeah, Aaron Smith right now looking to be the man with the plan, the man with the most points. Again, Hunter Morgan back here in 12th. He finished 2nd last race, but right now that would put him with 14 points. We're going to do our best, viewers, to keep you up to date with those points as we come to complete the first 9 laps of this race, heading into lap number 10. We're a 5th of the way through. This is Aaron Raymond right now, and he lost the lead now. He got involved in an incident. It's Octavio Rondoletto in the 48 machine. Jake Grout will get a shove. Aaron Raymond will jump right over him. And Aaron Smith in the 70 gets a hit from Jake Grout. Aaron Smith is going to go around. They're on top of each other right now. Oh, man, they continue. Oh, it's Aaron Smith's signature move, Jeremy, backwards.
Trying to get it flipped around here. Give him a couple laps, trying to just stop the bleeding as much as you can. He's running 3rd right now. I was going to say, this has almost got a different feel than it did last race, but it looks like everybody's back to the calamity and chaos.
Yeah, man, him and Grout continuing to have problems right here. Running together 3rd and 4th. These drivers 3rd and 4th. Aaron Raymond gets a huge tag.
Oh, look at this kid. We got a car up on the wall.
That was Octavio Rondoletto, your current leader, that tagged Aaron Raymond there. Kyle Adams having continual trouble here. He's back now down in 8th position. We'll get to check out a replay of what happened to that of the 24 of Kyle Adams. Coming home here, right here into turn number 1 that passes that of Aaron Raymond. Then turn 2 rounds it here through the X. Makes it clean through the X, then wraps 3 and 4. Jace Hale is right there, then goes for a little wall ride. I've never seen this many cars go backwards, Jeremy. Never in my broadcasting career.
It is weird to see. It's weird to talk about, but it seems to be a pretty good strategy for a few of these drivers. They seem to get it figured out and get it whipped back around, trying not to lose as much time as they can. An awesome, great shot right here of our X. You can see the cars coming in from all different angles. One car
this
there in
could
the
be an
background.
incident. Oh, man. I thought it was going to be Tanner Berge. Scoots on through, makes it through the gap. There's a little bit of a gap between those, but here, right here, we're clean through the X, still clean through the X. Drivers weaving their way through the needles and timing it out. Most of your drivers in 1 and 2 right now. But a reminder, Octavio Rondoletto in that 48 machine, still your leader. Then it's Tanner Berge into the 35, then the 6 of Aaron Raymond. Kyle Adams is 4th right now. Oh, look at that, a second Star Wars skin. We didn't even notice. It's Yoda. Octavio Rondoletto, your current leader, our second Star Wars scheme of the night. Kyle Adams, the fight is still on.
I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like that 48 was black in that first race.
I think it was. His trading paints must have messed up, as we see Corey Body having problems there, as well of the 6 of Aaron Raymond.
The Star Wars themes, yep.
Oh wait, is Corey Body, is Corey Body's a paint, is his one as well? Yeah, what about Jace Hale? I think we've got a few more than we might have originally thought. Reminder, $25 will go to that with the best Star Wars scheme out there. We might have to figure that out in a post-race, viewers. But man, this is a big moment for Corey Body and the 6 of Aaron Raymond. Kyle Adams gets a little bit of a tag there, and the 3 Star Wars paint schemes battle it out right here. And then a big slam to your leader of Octavio Rondoletto. And that shot boosted him from the lead. He's now in second. Tanner Berge is now your current leader.
Tanner Berge in that white number 35, scored as number 11, but 35 to our eyes. Right now out front by 3 seconds, does a great job getting through that turn, the X there, excuse me, as Aaron Smith, who is our first half winner, I could say, is running in 10th right now, and he is 1 lap down, or probably 2 laps down, trying to get one of those laps back.
Yeah, right now, Tanner Berge finished 5th in the last stage race. So if he finished where he was right now, I think he would be the overall points winner. So Aaron Smith is going to have to make up some places if he wants to get back in the hunt for that overall hit. Big hit for the 777 of Damon Henry. He's currently running in the 6th position. This is that 05 of Morgan Hunter. Or Hunter Morgan, excuse me, he switched up his first and last name, Hunter Morgan there. This is Jake Sylvia in that J machine.
Huge calamity at that X that lap. Wow, that was a big hit for a couple cars. It's
crazy, you get hit and you gotta turn it around and keep going. Oh man, Aaron Smith barely avoids calamity there. There's everyone. Matt, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Oh my gosh, Jake Grout just did a 360. DJ, you gotta go back and see that. Jace Hale upside down. That might have been one of the most wild things I've seen out of Jake Grout. Look at this, Jace Hale gets a hit, but later on in just a moment, Jake Grout is going to go do a corkscrew. Watch this. Takes a hit right here. Then he's going to continue on in just a moment. Watch this, viewers. He's going to come back onto the track right here. It's a corkscrew.
I mean, that is some style points.
I've never seen a car go around like that, like Jake Grout did. Look at the onboard from his camera. Going to hit a tag here from the 9 of Jace Hale.
He probably didn't even know it was coming.
He had no idea. Like you said, it's so hard to see with that left A-arm right there in these cars. It's so very difficult to see as Jake Grout is up and over again. Tanner Berge continues out front with a 4.7 second gap over that of the 48 of Octavio Rondoletto. The 6 of that of Aaron Raymond and Jake Sylvia continues to battle, and Aaron Smith is backwards again as Aaron Raymond turns around right there. This is all in front of your leader, Tanner Berge.
Speaking of Aaron Smith, he's up to 5th position right now, even though he's a lap down. Oh, no, he went down 2 laps right there and moved himself back to 6th. He was starting to climb back up those, the pylon there, and maybe get himself in a good spot there to get less points to have a maybe overall finished leader there, but just lost a few positions as I started talking about him, but we'll see how it finishes out here because he gained back. We'll see.
Well, he's in 7th right now. If he finished where he was, he'd finish with 8 points. And again, Tanner Berge, if he finished where he is right now, would have 6 points. So Aaron Raymond needs to score 2 more points to tie. And I don't know what we would do if we tied. I guess we'd split the $50 bonus. So we'll just have to see if that comes to fruition. But while I say that, Tanner Berge gets involved in an incident, and Octavio Rondoletto back to the lead.
48 machine finding himself in a good spot right here. We are now on lap 32 of 50. Doing a great job clicking him off here. Tanner Berge, though, within a second, we'll see if he can pounce.
Yeah, Rondoletto not quite in the hunt here for most points. Finished 11th in the first stage, so this would gain him 12 points total. A lot of drivers have left there. Corey Body up on his lid. As you see, Rondoletto take evasive action there in the X. He's right behind that of Jake Grout. Jake Grout currently running in the 12th position, 5 laps down. So right now, everyone is at least 1 or more laps down as Rondoletto gets involved in more contact with Hunter Morgan. Everyone is a lap down except that of Berge and Rondoletto, as Jake Grout absolutely sends Rondoletto into the wall of 3 and 4.
They'll be doing some offensive driving there, trying to make the leader have a mistake and try to get some more laps back. Trying to be a little aggressive. Like we said early on, there is no damage if you've been watching. These cars, they can take big hits and keep on ticking. This one feels like it's going by a lot faster, and I feel like there's a lot more cars still running.
Smoother. The drivers have really figured it out after that first steal, as we see more cars go around right in front of the leader. And man, this is absolute chaos.
Aaron Raymond.
Oh, Rondoletto gets a huge hit. Rondoletto takes a huge hit. We're going to take another look back at this drivertees.com replay from that of the 48. Rondoletto takes a huge hit, and that's going to boot him from the lead. He's now already gone a lap down after that hit. That promotes Tanner Berge back to the lead. Then it's Aaron Raymond, then Rondoletto. That's a fun name to say.
Rondoletto.
As Tanner Berge goes for a slide.
Aaron Smith finds himself in 5th place. Jake Silva having a bounce back from starting up towards the front, now back up into the top 5.
Yeah, Jake Silva looking very well. Early off, we saw him in 13th position. Now he's up into 4th. Tanner Berge still with the lead, but Octavio Rondoletto continues to move up through this field. Aaron Raymond has a problem, and Aaron Smith continues to come up through this field in that 70 machine. But Tanner Berge, it's all about him, 14 seconds ahead right now.
Great position to be in as is battling side by side of the lap car. Almost a little bit of contact. They make it to the S though clean. As Berge sends it in there hard, trying to make the pass. Lap car making it difficult, trying to do everything they can right here to make it to the end of the race. Berge just wants to be in the lead position though when it happens.
Yeah, that's the 05 of Hunter Morgan clowning the leader right there. Gets into the back of Tanner Berge, sends him around. Berge straightens it up as quickly as he can. Still maintains the lead through here. Rondoletto 12 seconds back. Then it's Jake Silva 1 lap down. Aaron Smith in that 70, and then Kyle Adams. So right now, if we were to end right now, as we've got 7 laps to go, Aaron Smith running in 4th would be your overall points winner. But a lot can happen in these last 8 laps.
I mean, we got cars over here in our turn 3 and 4. They were just all bunched up in a big ball. Everybody's getting going, but let's see, we got, I would say, probably 2 packs of cars right now. And they almost seem to be joining each other at the X at the same time. It's so close. Oh, there's Aaron Smith getting some contact, trying to just survive. If
yeah, Rondoletto.
Now it'll be great.
Rondoletto's going to try to squeeze by through there. Rondoletto is 10 seconds back from Berge, so if Berge has a problem now, there's a chance he could definitely lose this lead, being hounded by that of the 24 of Adams. Adams is actually in 5th place, moves Berge out of the way. That's going to slow him down even more. Rondoletto now 8 seconds back as Berge wall rides in turns 3 and 4.
Continues to have chaos all around him. Oh, just gets to the X.
Rondoletto continues to close in. He's now under 4 seconds back of that leader Tanner Berge. 6 laps to go in this race. Oh, he makes contact there. Slows Berge down yet again. Now Rondoletto within 2 seconds, but Rondoletto gets involved in an incident.
Oh, terrible timing there for Rondoletto.
Really thought we were going to have a battle for the lead, but Rondoletto gets involved. Now he's upwards of 7 seconds back. Tanner Berge still continues to fly out front. threads the needle right there. He has learned how to figure out this traffic. He's got 4 more laps to go. It's not over. A lot of things can continue to go down. But again, that 70 the 70 of Aaron Smith continues. He runs 5th right now. And so if he was to finish in 5th and Tanner Berge was to finish in 1st, they would tie on points.
Oh, Berge contact with a lap car.
Berge, more contact with that of a lap car. Rondoletto now within 6 seconds, but he's only got, it's gonna be here at the line, 2 laps to go to be able to catch up. He's gonna have to hope that Berge has a mistake.
Oh, car spun out in front of Berge, but they get out of his way.
Oh man! So close. Berge comes through 3 and 4, 1 more time. He's got 1 more time to do it. 2 laps to go. Now we see the white flag out for that of the 35 car of Tanner Berge. If he was to finish here right now, he's gonna win that stage bonus, but Aaron Smith is currently in 4th. He would win the overall points. Tanner Berge, as he comes to the line here, is gonna have to hope that Aaron Smith has a problem. But coming through the X one last time, Tanner Berge is gonna win stage 2. Now, looking back at Aaron Smith in that 70 car. He's running in 3rd now. He's gained position, trying to get to the finish line as fast as possible. He'll come right here over the line. Aaron Smith will finish in 3rd. He will be your overall points winner. Tanner Berge celebrating for the stage 2 win and the $10 he won. But Rondoletto just had a better day. But Tanner Berge, still something to be happy about.
What great racing by all these drivers here tonight. Awesome 100 laps on a figure 8.
It was amazing.
Go ahead.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to feed you results and get an interview with the overall points winner.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com. Racing isn't easy.
I don't think chaos is a good enough word for what we managed to see here tonight, but that was exactly what we wanted to see at an Enduro figure 8 style of racing. That was some awesome stuff to get to see. We'll get you your results here of this second stage. Tanner Berge came home in his number 35 machine to take the win. Then it was Octavio Rondoletto, couldn't quite make up that 8-second gap. Then it was Aaron Smith who won your overall points and will win that $50. Then it was the 78 of Jake Sylvia and the 89 of Eddie Garcia rounding out your top 5. Aaron Raymond couldn't quite find it. 6 laps down there in 7th. Then it was Corey Body up in 6th, them two side by side. Then in 8th, it was the 777 of Damian Henry. And Kyle Adams and Bradley Stefane round out your top 10.
Hunter Morgan just outside the top 10 there in 11th. Jake Grout finished in 12th. Jace Hale was 13th. Anthony Yanikello finished in 14th. And Kenny Instruction finished in 15th.
Well, we had some excellent racing here tonight, but we're going to get to talk to your overall points winner of Aaron Smith. We'll bring him here into the booth. And Aaron Smith, I mean, what a race it was. You win that first stage, you're back in the second stage, find your way up into the top 5. First of all, just tell me about that racing. Have you ever done figure 8 style racing before?
Oh, I have. I've done a ton of it, and fortunately all that experience worked out for me tonight.
Yeah, that I was gonna say, it looked like you had a lot of skill there doing that. I would see as you'd run, getting close to the X, you'd look left, look right, somebody hit the brakes, or you'd gun it. You seem to involve the less incidents there. But tell me about, like, how do you prepare for a style of racing like that besides obviously doing it? What goes through your mind?
There's not much preparation to go through, honestly. You just set all your POV settings to the right spots where you can look left and right without worrying about getting your head stuck in the front of the car, and just send it. There were a few points where I got knocked away from the start-finish line in the center there, and cost me a few laps in that second race. But yeah, I'm glad it worked out for me. I was able to finish P3 regardless.
Yeah, when you take a big hit like that, how do you recenter yourself and find your way back to the track?
Yeah, the best thing to do is hope the car stays on all 4 wheels and keep it in gear and just throttle up. If you're in the right direction, you're in the right direction. It doesn't really hurt you all that much, but if you're not, you can sometimes jam it to reverse the way I did and start sending it around like that. So I thought it worked out for me, like I said, and yeah, appreciate the folks at Misfit Racing for having me.
Well, we're glad to have you here. And with that, you're going to win $50 as the overall points winner, coming home first in the first stage and third in the second stage. How does that feel?
Oh, feels great. I had to hop away from a league race to start this whole deal, and I'm glad I did. It was worth the trouble.
Well, there we go. Glad to have you here tonight. Before we let you go, Aaron, anyone you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the folks at Misfit Racing for having me tonight and putting on this event. I'd like to thank y'all at V-Speed for broadcasting, all the folks for watching. Looking forward to getting back at it whenever I show up next.
Well, we'd love to see you back, Aaron. Have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
Well, that was your overall points winner of Aaron Smith. We're going to get to talk. Jeremy's going to get to talk to Tanner Berge, who came home first in that second stage, but couldn't quite get the overall points win.
And we will welcome Tanner Berge to the V-Speed broadcast booth. Tanner Berge, walk us through your night, man. It was so close. I don't know how close you knew it was, but up here in the booth, we could tell that Aaron Smith, if he fell back a couple more spots, you almost would have had that overall points lead. You did a great job keeping yourself up towards the front. Walk us through your night. It was pretty much chaos from up here.
Yeah, to start the night, I took a nap and barely made qualifying. And then after that, it was just a grind, really put my heart and blood onto this racetrack and really left it all out on the track, getting that win in the second half.
Just a few points out, Tanner Berge. We're happy to have you here. You finished 7th, I think, in that first one, or 14th, I think it was. I'm sorry, it was 5th. What was it like being 5 laps down in that race and then coming to this race to pretty much almost leading the race by a whole lap?
Yeah, in the first race, I really didn't know what was going on. I just kept getting flipped. And then we finished the race, and I looked down, and I was 5th. So that was pretty surprising, considering how many times I crashed people and got crashed. And then that second race, I actually hit the brakes in the middle, and that sort of helped out, not getting wrecked so much. And I didn't just go in there and try and take out Kyle Adams, so that also helped.
Well, it was a pleasure to have you a part of tonight. Who do you got to thank for getting here tonight?
I just got to thank Kyle Adams for always putting on great events. He's a really good guy, and he really he's trying to make the iRacing more enjoyable for just the average person. And that's about it.
Awesome. We appreciate your time. Hopefully, we'll talk to you in the near future.
Hopefully.
Well, that was that of Tanner Berge. We'll probably see him tomorrow night in the Misfit Touring Series, but that will do it all here tonight. Kyle Adams won the best appearing Star Wars car, so he will win that $25 as well as some other more prize payouts in the background will go to some other drivers. Will be announced later. You can follow that all up at racemrl.com and other news feeds. But we're going to have that's going to have it all here. Our next race will be tomorrow night. It will be the 11th race for the Misfit Touring Series Season 2. It will be at North Wilkesboro. If you tuned in to the Rudolph 250, it will be very similar to that. It'll be tomorrow night at 8:25 Eastern Time, 7:25 Central Time. If you got nothing going on tomorrow night, join us here for the Misfit Touring Series. Well, Jeremy, what did you think of tonight?
Boy, this was actually a blast. It was a pleasure to be a part of. Appreciate V-Speed having me here tonight. It was first time in a figure eight. I wasn't sure what to expect. And honestly, it exceeded my expectations, and it was a great event here put on by the Misfit Racing League.
Yeah, man, I gotta agree with you. I mean, I had no idea what to expect or even how we were really gonna call this event. It's not like most other racing events that we get to call building a storyline. It's just chaos all out there everywhere, but I'm glad to get to do it, and it was so much fun being able to get to work with you in the booth for the first time, Jeremy. Had an excellent night. That's gonna probably do it us all here at MRL tonight. And again, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, tune in to our race at North Wilkesboro for the Misfit Touring Series Season 2. There's so much going on here at V-Speed and with MRL that there's so much to watch and race. You want to ever get in on that action, do racemrl.com. You can get all the info on what is up and coming there with us. That'll be all for us at V-Speed tonight. From Kyle Adams and Jake Sylvia at Misfit Productions, for Bradley Cooper at V-Speed, and for DJ Line at Production, and for my colleague in the booth, Jeremy Briggs, my name is Scott Shive, and we'll see you tomorrow night at North Wilkesboro.